Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? You already see the title of the video, little Q&A vibes. We got the squad. I'm gonna pan it real quick. Dame, last time you seen him, Italy.
Yeah,
I want to give the people a quick ass rundown of how the trip was, because I seen a couple moments, but
crazy. Obviously, I seen Colosseum, a little bit of the Vatican, Olympics. It was a blast.
overall good time.
No complaints.
Gene, when's the last time the vlog seen you, my friend?
All the time.
When's the last? No, I'm trying to think for real.
Too.
Safe to say it's been a second since we've seen you. And this guy, Nat, obviously we know him. Nope. So basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have Dame, who has the questions. I'm going in completely blind. These guys are all my witnesses. I haven't read shit. I don't know what's going on. So he's gonna be reading them out. I'm gonna be giving my honest answers. Obviously, if you ask me some real shit, I'm gonna give you a real answer. But on the contrary, if you ask me some dumb shit, don't be surprised if you get a dumb answer. Looking forward to it. Like as of late, obviously, I've been putting a huge emphasis on the channel about the people that I'm making the videos with, businesses, entrepreneurs and things. Like I've been putting a bigger emphasis on them, which is fine, and I'm gonna continue to do that. But I feel like this is gonna be a really good opportunity for me to connect with you guys and for you to maybe get a little bit more insight of who I am. These guys are already scoping out the questions. Okay, I'm gonna pan it over.
First question. Is Tiny Dancer the best song of all time?
Off to a hell of a start. If I'm being real, obviously you can't say that it's the best song of all time. It is up there though. I do fuck with that album actually, Madman Across the Water. If I had to give my top three, I'm probably going Tiny Dancer goes without saying. Leave On is a fucking banger, and then Indian Sunset, that's my three on the album. That's ball knowledge. You see my phone's not around. He asked me that shit off the dome. Tiny Dancer is one of the greatest songs ever, I will say that. We fixed the setup a little bit. We got the ring light involved, so I think we're a little bit more suitable now.
Do you want to restart with Tiny Dancer?
Fuck it, I'll just keep going.
Okay.
They're gonna see it real raw and uncut.
Alright, favorite movie of 2025?
Hella media questions. I didn't know that I was people's go-to for this kind of shit. Obviously the boring answer, but the obvious answer is Sinners. But a close second would be Blue Moon. If anybody's seen Blue Moon, that shit was very good. The only reason why I wouldn't put it above Sinners is because I didn't get the chance to see it in theaters. 2025 is a solid year for movies. 2026 is going to be better. I'm going to watch Project Hail Mary tonight, so that's going to be a heater.
GOAT detective movie.
GOAT. So we're talking greatest ever. Give me the Maltese Falcon. That's a deep cut, Mr. Humphrey Bogart.
What is something you want to accomplish within the next 5 years?
I've talked about this before on the channel. I want to be at the forefront of Winnipeg's change for the better. You know, people like to talk negatively about the city. Oh, there's nothing to do. Oh, it sucks here. Oh, Winnipeg's shitty. Everywhere else is better. I want to be one of the reasons why people can't say that anymore. You know, by hosting events and putting on and just uplifting the city, simply put.
I really don't know why this is a question, but Drake or Kendrick, who's better and who won the battle?
Drake, you could argue he lost, but he did drop the last song. That plays in effect. As for who's better, if I had to say, Kendrick is probably the better rapper, but Drake is always going to be the bigger artist.
What is your comfort watch movie, and do you have a hot take you care to share?
Yo,
it's 2 questions in one.
Do I need to fucking start a movie channel on the side? People just seem to be coming to me for takes.
Hey, you plugged your movie app on the last
I did. I didn't think that it was going to be so well received. Okay, it was my comfort movie?
Yeah.
I would say Home Alone. I used to watch that bitch in like July, bro. Like I used to love that. But as of late, give me a Rumblefish. Man, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Francis Ford Coppola, Mickey Rourke, Matt Dillon. That shit is chef's kiss.
If you had to pick 2 numbers between 1 and 10, what are your 2 favorites?
Well, let's think logically about this.
Okay.
Right?
Answer the question.
My favorite era of being a LeBron fan was when he took his talents to South Beach and joined the Miami Heat, in which he famously changed his number from 23 to the number 6. So just based off that was such a pivotal moment in my life and such a pivotal era, rather. So I'd have to say 6, starting off. As for the second number, well, I guess an easy one would be big on astrology. So I'm a Cancer, and with that said, my birthday is in July. July also happens to fall in the 7th month. So I think it's only fair that I say 7 is my second answer.
So your 2 favorite numbers are?
I'll let you answer that. Setting yourself a lob off the back or get up, down. Yeah. But I think I'd have to say 6 and 7 for 2 very valid reasons.
That wasn't even a question on the What does success within the content space look like to you?
Obviously, people would think monetary gain when they hear that, but for me, it's so much deeper than that. And I'm not just saying that. Like, it's opportunities here. It's just being able to create something. It's much like Walter White said, I'm in the legacy business.
How long does the entire process after filming does it take to post a video?
So editing, truthfully, doesn't take me too long. Maybe that reflects in the videos. Maybe it isn't done too well. I get a lot of compliments on my editing, so I don't know. But after filming, like for instance, this is probably going to come out tomorrow. So I guess that gives you an idea.
Looking back at the first video you posted, which you already referenced is the Japan video, what do you wish you did differently?
Oh my gosh, I'm glad I get a chance to say this. It's nothing really in context to like the editing side of things, but it's more so like I just wish I realized how beneficial it would have been to take the camera with us everywhere, even if I didn't use it. Because there were so many days, this guy went on the trip with me so he can attest to it. There were days and days, out of 15 days, probably a week plus, where I just straight didn't have the camera with me. And it would have been a totally different video had I brought the camera around, because some of our best moments weren't able to be captured. Correct. So yeah, you live and you learn, but that would have been awesome.
If your GC got leaked, apologizing for it on video, or are you just going off the grid?
I'm doubling down.
If your best friend started copying your content and blew up for it before you, are you glazing or hating?
Fuck, you know, I'd be jealous, but I'd be supportive. That's the truth.
If someone had to cut you a check to stop creating content right now, how much would have to be on there?
There's no amount of money you could give me to stop content.
Do you feel like creating content in Winnipeg is an advantage or disadvantage?
You know what? You could actually argue both. You could argue it's an advantage because it's such an untapped market. You don't even necessarily have to be great. If you're in Winnipeg and you're just simply putting yourself out there, you are eventually going to get eyes on you, in my humble opinion. But it's a disadvantage in the sense of there's not a whole lot to capitalize on. And also, if you do start to get traction and notoriety, it's hard to build that within the community of Winnipeg. But now that I argue both sides, I think that it's more of an advantage rather than a disadvantage.
If there's anyone you could collab with in the entire content space, whether that's YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, anything, who would it be and why?
Clavicular's been having a moment as of late, so I feel like I would be some shit to go hit the club or something with him.
Career's gonna be over before he even starts.
I don't know, man. He's like the most popular motherfucker out right now.
I don't know if it's for a good reason.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Him and I would just be doing a stupid amount of meth together.
Oh, no invite? Anyways, what song describes your YouTube journey right now?
What the fuck? Man at the Garden, Kendrick Lamar.
If you had to describe your content in 3 words, what words would you use?
I always say lifestyle, what I would have gotten up to anyway. So lifestyle, I would say that it is, as of late, collaborative, because I'm trying to hone in and do as many collabs as possible, because I'm realizing the power of collabs. I'm gonna have to do 4, sorry. I'd say fun and diverse. It's diverse because if you literally, you don't even have to watch a video. If you just scroll and look at all the titles, you're seeing that we're doing a whole lot. We're fucking traveling here, we're traveling there, we're throwing little fucking functions, we are doing like expos and events, we're fucking cooking beats, like we're doing a whole lot, and there's only gonna be more diversity as it goes on. It's a good time.
Alright, dead serious question, no laughing, okay?
0.
What's your message to the youth?
You said no laughing, and I honored that. My message to the youth would just simply be, you know what? I don't got one.
In your opinion, what content platforms have allowed you to grow the most besides OnlyFans?
1,000,000% TikTok, and that's because people are only interested in the short form and the clips. The clips I've done exceptionally well in comparison to my long form YouTube videos, but I'm gonna continue doing the long form shit, so it gives me something to clip, you know. So it's a little 2 birds, 1 stone.
What keeps you motivated when you don't get the results you expected on a video?
You know, shout out to whoever asked that, because that's actually a pretty good question. Okay, well, there you go. What keeps me motivated? Just knowing that it's all about divine timing. So when something doesn't kind of go the way I would like for it to, and there have been times where that's been the case, it's just one of those things where you roll with the punches and you're like, all right, it's not my time yet, and maybe this is for the best, because had I blown up in July when I started making content, I just simply wouldn't have been consistent enough or skilled enough to be able to capitalize on that opportunity.
In the content scene as a whole, is there anyone that you take inspiration from?
Kind of pulling a little bit from everybody that I see. I definitely see what works and I see what doesn't work so well, and I also see what works for myself that aligns with who I am and what I do. So it's a multitude of people, to be honest. I wish I could distill it down to one or two, but it's just, that'd be disingenuous.
The next couple questions are just people giving you ideas or requesting video styles.
I'm open. Let me hear them.
First one is boxing gym video collab.
Let me say this, and people can validate this. Anytime a rapper or a celebrity tries to post themselves boxing, never gets them the result they want. Look up any, I'll probably insert a clip. Look at any influencer or rapper or whatever who posts himself boxing and tell me that that shit looks good. It never does. In the same way that, you ever see an artist or someone post himself working out?
Yeah.
Or even like doing push-ups? It's always the shittiest form, whatever. That said, I'm open to doing a boxing collab video. Probably gonna make a fool of myself, but we will run it for the content.
Someone said they want to see a pickup game at the Y.
Okay, well firstly, that's not a question, that's a statement.
Well, it was like a video idea.
No, okay, but I do fuck with that actually. I have been wanting to make a basketball video for a little while now, so shout out to whoever asked that because I never thought about it. Be interesting to do. I just might have to run it.
What's a clip you thought was gonna go viral that didn't?
Yo, that's a fucking fabulous question. Shout out to whoever the fuck asked that.
He asked himself.
You know what it is for real? That one Richard Jefferson clip. Think about this, man. We're walking through the streets of Minnesota or Minneapolis, and we run into a fucking NBA legend. Get him in the video. Get him to say some shit. I put it out, and this shit got like 1,000 views. The algorithm was just clearly not fucking with it. I dropped it like twice too. In fact, I'm gonna use this as a clip to reuse it because I need to fucking milk this shit, this cash cow. But it was that Richard Jefferson clip. I genuinely, with every fiber of my being, thought that was gonna be the thing that blew me up. And to be fair, everything I had dropped, I think is gonna be the one. But that one especially.
What are some words of wisdom you would tell your younger self?
You know what? For fuck more hope. No. This guy needs PR training. Girls with a mellow ball.
Don't put that in the video.
For as generic of a question as that is, no disrespect, it actually is a really good one because I've never been asked that.
Yeah, words of wisdom to your younger self.
I'm not a very wise man, as we know. I think we've come to find that out as the interview's gone on. I would just simply say, give yourself a little more credit. You know, my younger self, I spent a whole lot of time just pandering to the norm and just wanting to fit in and just not really honing in on who I am or what I liked, and I would kind of disregard that. So I would simply say your quality of life would improve if you just gave yourself a little respect and be like, you know what, I'm kind of a cool guy a little bit, have a little something going on. So if I just allowed myself to be a little bit more authentic, I think that would have went a long way. And take more risks.
That's all I got.
So we go, we're done?
Done.
Boom, just like that. Just to show I'm a good host, I did grab some grub for the boys, so we're about to go do that. Chow down, if you will. I don't think I did any cancelable things, said any cancelable things.
Person Tane collab.
Hey! That's the real Avengers Assembled right there.
Nope.
Oh no, I'm looking chopped, bro. I don't have a haircut, nothing.
Yeah.
No. You know, looking like fucking chopped chin, bro. I don't know, I was just trying shit. I was just putting out shots, bro. Throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping some sticks. You guys are getting on my ass, pause. Resume. No. You ever see that clip? I hope you guys got a little bit of insight of some sorts. I hope that you learned something about me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate the homies for being in this one, making a little cameo, even if it was a small one. Until next time.